So this gentle yoga practice is for you if you are feeling stressed out, maybe a little overwhelmed, a little overstimulated. And in the practice today, we will move from a place that feels a little bit more involved at the beginning than I normally do. But we're going to move to a place of mindful stillness during the end of class. I think you'll enjoy it. For today's practice, I invite you to have a yoga strap. If you do not have a yoga strap, maybe a belt. And then my trusty blocks nearby, as well as my trusty blanket. So grab what you need, and I'll meet you right here on the mat. All right, friends, before we get started, I am going to ask you to be sure that you subscribe to the channel. I haven't had that request out there in a minute, so I thought I better add it back in. So please be sure to subscribe so I know that you're following along. Leave comments for me. Let me know what kind of classes you're looking for. I aim to please. All right, for today's practice, we are going to lie on our backs, and we're going to have our knees bent here to begin. So I'm going to move my blanket out of the way, come right down onto my back. I'm going to make sure that the crown of my head is reaching towards the back of the mat and my chin is parallel with my shoulders. Hands can just be down next to the hips. Let those feet come to the mat if they're not already, knees up towards the sky, and then see what you can do to just relax those shoulders down. The heart's going to feel a little vulnerable and open here. We'll get moving in just a moment. Go ahead and keep the eyes open, but give yourself that letting go breath. So inhaling deep through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. And let it go all the way out. Press it out as far as you can by pressing and constricting the low belly. Now we're going to take the legs and send them up towards the sky and send the arms up, fingertips towards the sky as well. Now release those shoulders down. We'll start here with just some ankle and wrist rolls, just circling, wiggling toes and fingers, pointing and flexing the feet, turning the palms down and up. Just feeling into those 4 places. And then noticing here, what kind of engagement are you feeling in the core muscles? So see if you can relax just a little bit. Shake it all out. Beautiful. Come back into a moment of stillness. You can have softness through the limbs, and give yourself another one of those letting go breaths. So inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Bend the elbows, bring the fingertips right behind the neck. And we're not clutching it in any way. In fact, the head is completely supported on the fingertips. Maybe those thumbs are coming just to the outside edges of your neck. So we're going to start to bicycle the feet. We've all done this before. So just start to pedal and allow yourself to stay connected to your breath here. If you've been sitting all day, this could feel really nice. Or if you're getting up and this is the first thing you're going to do in the morning, also great right then. And keep the chin parallel with the shoulders. We'll give it 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Keep the legs up towards the sky, but extend the arms so they're into a T. And then go ahead and bend those knees. Bring the outside edges of your feet to the outside edges of the mat. We're going to start here with some windshield wipers. So we're going to inhale the knees over to one side. Really press the inside knee down. There'll be a stretch through that inside quad. And then exhale through center. Inhale over to the opposite side. Exhale through center. So that's it. Start to move with your breath from side to side. Staying connected to the breath. Move through about 3 more rounds, just like that. And let's see if we can start to speed it up. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Give yourself 2 more rounds of breath. Beautiful. All right, bring those knees up towards the chest or right outside of the ribs. Give yourself a little gentle rock side to side. Two options here. Roll completely over onto one side and use the upper arm to press yourself up. Or you can bring hands right behind the lower thighs, right behind the kneecaps, and begin to gently rock yourself forward and back, getting a little momentum until you can come up to a seat. We're going to meet together with the legs extended long. Another cold stretch as we begin our class today. So we're going to press the tailbone into the floor. I'm going to stay where you can see my profile because we want to make sure that we don't start to round the back. We want to keep a nice long spine. Take an inhale, let the arms lift up over the head, and then exhale to settle the shoulders. Flex through the feet, take a fresh breath. And then exhale, slowly starting to fold forward, letting those arms come down to the mat on either side of the legs. Reach the crown of the head away and just breathe into what is ever in the back of those hamstrings. Just seeing what's there. You'll feel a little pull in the low back, but you just want to make sure that you're shining the heart towards the knees and breathing. And give it one more breath. Note how you're feeling right here. Fresh breath. And then exhale yourself all the way back up, long spine. Go ahead and bend those knees, swing the feet over to one side, and we're going to come to table. So you could take your blanket and put it under your knees, or you can just meet me in this table. We're going to make sure that the knees are right under the hips. Fingertips are spread nice and wide with the base of the wrist coming right under the shoulders. Now squeeze the inside of your legs and find a neutral spine. We'll begin to move from here. Take an inhale, reach crown and tailbone up, and then exhale to round it in. And keep the breath nice and long here. Give it one more round. And start to speed it up. Inhales up. Exhales in. Go even faster. Last one. Coming back to a neutral spine and start to sway those hips just a little bit side to side. And then as you swing the hips side to side, let them go back a little bit deeper each time, making your way into a child's pose. Let the arms stretch long. Knees can be wide here if that's what you need today. And just let the head come down towards the mat. If you need to stack palms here to have the forehead rest right there, go right ahead. Breathe into the upper back. And do it again, even deeper. And last one, deepest yet. Beautiful. Inhale through your table and exhale right into your down dog. We're not going to pedal the feet yet. Start to walk those hands back towards the feet. Let's meet together at the back of the mat in a forward fold. We've got a bend in these knees. The torso might even be rolling on top of the thighs and the head hangs heavy. We'll take an inhale halfway here. And then exhale, slow release back down. Inhale here. And then exhale, find a slow rise right into your mountain. Press the feet into the floor, ripple up through the spine, and give yourself a breath forward, shoulder blades kiss behind, and that chin is parallel with the shoulders. And tuck the tailbone in, soften through the knees, give it another breath. All right, inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, give yourself a forward fold. So we're going to come up in a nice, slow way, using our breath to lead us. So take an inhale, and then exhale up just a little bit. Upper body hangs heavy. Inhale again. Exhale, lift up just a little bit more. Keep a bend in those knees. Reach to the crown of the head. Keep the spine long. Inhale again. Feet begin to press into the floor, holding some weight through the legs. Give it 3 more breaths. Rising up with each exhale. And use that last exhale to come right back into that mountain. And tuck at the pelvis in, soften the knees, 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise. And then exhale, bring those palms down in front of your heart, bow, chin to chest. We haven't done anything through the neck yet, so really enjoy this stretch through the back of the neck. Maybe turn the chin towards either shoulder. Give it 2 more breaths. Settle with the chin back down in the center, and then inhale, rise up, send the gaze back where you can see me. I'm going to stay to the side, and we're going to move through a chair reach. It's like what I like to call it. So we're going to have the hands at the heart, and we're going to go ahead and inhale into a chair. And exhale, rise up, send those arms over to the right. Let the gaze follow. Inhale, chair. Exhale, gaze over to the left as the arms reach. Here we go. Inhale, center. Stay with the breath. Nice and long breaths. And then if you guessed that we're going to speed it up in a minute, you would be right. Let's get this left side in. And let's start to speed it up. Last round. Chair. Ripple through the spine. Link through the neck. Crown reaches towards the sky. Equal weight on both feet. Send that booty back. Breathe. Inhale here. And exhale into your forward fold. Feel into that low back body. This is just another way that we come into that same posture that we did in our cold stretch. Let the head hang heavy here. Sway back and forth on the feet, sway side to side. Whatever you need here, just feeling into the low back body. Give it one more breath. All right, coming back into your stillness. Let's take an inhale halfway, long spine. And then exhale, release back down towards the earth. Inhale here. And exhale, slow rise right back into that mountain. Find a couple of breaths here just for you, settling in, rippling through the spine. Breathe. Take an inhale, reach arms and gaze up. And then exhale to bring the palms right in front of the heart and keep the gaze forward. You're going to step your left foot forward, unless when you do that and turn to the side, you've just put your back to me. And then just switch so that you step the right foot forward. That way I know you can see me. All right, we've got the hands in front of the heart and we're facing the long edge of the mat. We're going to inhale, rise up. And then exhale to find a forward fold. Go ahead and ninja lunge the legs side to side, feeling into the inside of each leg. Hands are on the floor for support, or you could have your hands on blocks if your arms don't reach all the way down. Start to speed it up. Maybe an inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And slowly starting to make your way back into stillness in the center. Forward fold, wide leg, let the head hang heavy. Bend those knees. You're going to take an inhale and come into a halfway lift. We're going to do that same thing that we just did, ninja lunging side to side, but add in the arms. So keep linked through the spine here. And we're going to take an inhale, swing. Give it two more. Letting everything come into that wide leg forward fold. Big deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Bend those knees again, take an inhale. And then exhale, give yourself a slow rise up into a wide leg mountain. Press the feet into the floor, close the eyes. Ripple up through the spine, give yourself a breath. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. And then exhale, bring those palms down in front of your heart and shimmy those feet back together. Face the top of your mat from center. When you get here, take a fresh inhale, reach up. And then exhale to find a forward fold. Walk those hands forward, feet back. Here is your first real down dog. So pedal through those feet, walk your dog. Notice how that energy feels moving through your body. And how just increasing the heart rate can feel a lot how we feel, or similar to how we feel when we're stressed. Give this 2 more breaths. And coming back into your stillness, lower your knees all the way down to the mat and then send the legs, or the knees wide rather. Give yourself a wide leg child's pose. Breathe deep. Let everything go. One more breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and take an inhale back into your table, resetting those knees under the hips. Curl toes and lift hips. We're back in a down dog. Let's give ourselves 4 breaths here. And if you still feel like you need to move just a little bit, feel free to continue to walk the dog, pedaling the feet. All right, when you're ready, we're going to walk hands and feet to the center of the mat once again. We're going to meet there in a forward fold. And I'm going to keep you here in this forward fold for an extra moment because this is the same as we did from that seat with that cold stretch. So just letting everything from the hips up, just hinge over, head hangs heavy. And then you've got to bend in the knees to protect the low back and keep all of that pressure out of the hamstrings. Give it 1 more breath. Inhale here halfway. And then exhale to release. Inhale here. And then exhale, slow rise. We're going to come into that mountain. And this is where, if you have the block or the strap, I'm going to invite you to get that. So our balance pose today is to reach the leg, extend it out in front, and then open it to the side. We've got a lot of different ways that we can make that happen safely. I'll show you how to do the posture without any assistance. And then I'll show you how you can use a wall or a strap or both for help. So our balance pose looks like this. Okay? So if you want to use a wall, that hand that stayed at the heart could be on the wall and you could just kick the leg out. If you feel like you can't reach fingertips around big toes or that's painful for you to do that, it can be painful. You can take a yoga strap and wrap it around your foot, the bottom of your foot, and then just hold the strap. So you'd come up like this. So much more ease there. If you only have a belt, you may not be able to hold the belt in such a way that you could hold the strap, but maybe you could loop part of the belt through the buckle, and then you wouldn't have 2 straps, you just have 1. So do what you need to do here. I'm going to face the side and give you that profile again. And let's just come into a moment with the hands at the heart. Connection with both feet to the mat. Link through the spine, just centering the body and the breath right here. And take an inhale. And exhale, let's move over to the left. Find your soft focal point and then begin to lift this right knee. Tuck that tailbone in. Right hand comes out of prayer, grabs for that right big toe, and then the leg extends out in front. Left hand can go to a wall, or you can just keep it at the heart. And you can open the right leg to the right if you're okay with it. Try not to lock that left knee. We'll bring it back forward. Bend the knee, release gently. Let's come back to the center. And we'll spend an extra breath or two here just in case you have a strap. You're feeling a little off kilter. All right, let's move to that other side. So really feeling grounded through that right foot. Find your soft focal point. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. Find that length through the spine. And then take an inhale. Moving over to your right foot. We'll lift this left knee. Left hand comes down for big toe or strap. And you can open the leg to the side. Bring it back to center. Bend the knee. Lower the foot. Center the body. Center the breath. No more need for that strap, but have it close. Maybe give yourself a cleansing breath here. Beautiful. I want you just to take a moment and act as the observer to your thoughts of how you felt doing such a challenging balance pose today. And allowing yourself to just feel whatever it is. That was one of the more difficult ones than we've ever done. And I did it on purpose because sometimes when we stressed out, that's really when the negativity kicks in. And I want you just to observe what you're saying to yourself right now. We all have bad days and we all have really good ones. So, all right, one more deep inhale and exhale here. Beautiful. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. And then exhale into a forward fold. Walk those hands forward, feet back. We're in that down dog. Let's pedal it in and out here for 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Go ahead and come to knees. And then you're going to swing feet to one side to come to a seat. So this is where the blocks and the blanket can be super helpful. So I'm actually going to bring all of my props right here so that I can get to them. We're going to do something. I'm going to give you 2 choices for it. Sometimes one doesn't work in your body and the other one will. Well, actually, I'll give you 3 choices. So we're going to make the knees stack in such a way where one knee is right over the ankle and the other where the ankle is right on top of the foot. This is where a block could come in handy because you need more space to feel supported. You're going to feel this through the outside of the top leg's hip, okay? So if the block is too much, then bring the blanket there. Might be a little bit softer too. All right, and then the only other thing I want to tell you is that you need to try to keep the feet flexed. That helps protect the knees. So this is option 1. Option 2 would be just to have an easy seat. The third option is just to sit, just like we did when we did that cold stretch, so with the legs extended out in front. So just from here, let the hands rest gently in the lap. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky and then see if you can relax the legs. There's an opening even here. Hopefully we got the legs warm enough with that ninja lunge. So really just breathe into this. See what's here. Notice the tightness, any constriction. Let there just be some slow release. You're moving through each breath with mindful awareness of if it's too much, if it goes past your edge, change how you're sitting. So you can stay right there. If you want to take it just a little bit deeper, we're going to bring the hands outside of the hips. And then make sure that you're really grounded through the tailbone, linked through the spine. Inhale, arms rise. Use the exhale to settle the shoulders. And then if you're feeling it, you can start to tilt forward, but we're keeping that tilt from the low back. hinging at the hips. Fingertips can come down to the earth to support. Shine the heart forward. That right there will deepen that stretch through the right hip. And just breathe into this opening. And see if you can keep some awareness on the breath in your belly. And give it 2 more breaths. Nice and gentle with yourself here. Beautiful. Go ahead and use your hands to walk yourself back up. Untangle those legs. I don't often get us in a shape that resembles a pretzel, but this is one of the closer ones, right? So don't be surprised if the other leg, when you stack in the opposite direction, it needs more. I can almost tell you, I know that I'm going to need a block here versus the other side where I just needed the blanket. So both feet are flexed, ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. Feeling nice and supported here. And just pressing the tailbone into the floor wakens the outside of that left hip. So just spend a few breaths here with the upper body relaxed. Keeping the length through the spine. And soften the jaw. And just see what you're feeling here. And then if you want to add in more, those fingertips come either side of the hips. Shoulder blades kiss. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, settle it down. Inhale here. And then exhale, here's that forward fold, waking up the inside and the outside of that left hip. Breathe. Like I'm a little off center there. Reach the crown away. Find space in the back of the neck. Heart shines towards that left calf. Remember, we're not going past the edge. We'll give it 1 more. Really let the breath go. And then I'll walk ourselves back up. All right, you can move the blocks out of the way. You can move the blanket out of the way. And we're going to extend those legs long down the mat, just like we started at the beginning of the class. So legs are extended long. Tailbone presses into the mat. There's length through the spine. Feet are flexed. Hands on either side of the hips. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale to settle the shoulders. Fresh breath. And then exhale to fold forward. Crown reaches away. Heart reaches towards the legs, but no part of our body has to touch. Relax those kneecaps. Breathing in and out. Give it just a couple more breaths. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk yourself back up. See if you can grab that strap. So if you have blocks, I would bring them outside over on your right side, just where you think you can reach them. And we're going to take this strap and we're going to put it around the sole of the right foot. I'm going to keep both pieces of the strap in my right hand. And then we're going to lay down. So this is where the blocks might come in handy. When you lay down, give your shoulder blades plenty of space and let this right foot come all the way up towards the sky. Hands are holding the strap. Left hand, the fingers spread nice and wide, right down on that left hip, and the elbow is bent with the elbow down on the floor. That's like a little kickstand, okay? Flex through the left foot. Make sure there's space in the back of the neck, chin parallel with shoulders. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let that right leg fall over to the right. So this is where the blocks can come in really handy. Find a place where the leg at some point can rest on the block. So you're going to get an opening through that hip as well as a deeper stretch to the inside of that right leg. And then see if you can release the death grip on the strap. Find nice big deep breaths. Soften the body where you can. And fill up as much space as you can with each inhale. And give it one more breath. And you're going to reach this right foot back up towards the sky and let the left hand come to the strap. Start to bend that right knee and let the right foot come down inside of the left leg. I'm going to show you. I just got to move my mic pack out of the way. The left leg, maybe the knee comes all the way to the mat. So now you're in a twist. Does that right arm want to open? There's a stretch right there through the right shoulder as well. Breathing in and out. Making room for this space. And breathe. Can you soften through that left leg? And can you send breath all the way up to your collarbones on the inhale? And give it two more. Beautiful. Roll on to your back. Let that strap come completely away from that right foot. And then you can lift the left leg up towards the sky. Let the strap come around the left foot. And the ends of the strap or the end of the belt comes into that left hand. I'm going to move over because I know I'm going to kick the wall. If you don't have blocks, use the wall or let the leg fall near a couch just to give yourself some softness and opening here. Take an inhale and then exhale, open that left leg over to the left. Release any death grip on the left, in the left hand, and let that right arm, the fingertips are down on the right hip. Elbow is on the floor like a kickstand. Breathe in and out, one more breath. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. And then slowly let the strap come into the right hand. Bend the right knee. Let the knee and the inside of the foot come down to the floor. Let that left arm open into a T. Reaching through, just opening that left shoulder. Notice where the tension lives in your body in this moment. And use the breath to help you relax. And give yourself 3 more breaths. Slowly rolling down onto your back. You can release that strap and let it go over to the side. Let that left leg come down to the floor. Let the toes just kind of splay out to either side. Let the arms come into a wide T. Take up some space and observe how you feel, mindfully so, in your body in this moment. And witness the rise and fall of the heart. And of the belly. Continue just like this, savoring the sweetness of stillness. And give yourself a nice big deep inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. And rest. Allow yourself to begin to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And circle the wrists and the ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Point the fingers. Point the toes. And then allow yourself to roll on to one side or the other for just another moment, bringing the knees up close to the belly. In a fetal position, just continuing to feel supported by the mat right underneath you. And as you're ready, I'll meet you back in a comfortable seat. Hands together at the heart. Chin bowed down towards chest. Our quote for today is from Waylon Lewis. He has a journal called the Elephant Journal. And he writes that being mindful isn't just about practicing meditation. It's about being a stressed out human wreck. And then all of a sudden noticing it and coming back to this moment. My hope for you is that you can stay in peace. May you know kindness and may you be kind. And until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.